What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? It's Monday. We're here. I changed my camera. I look a little different. Hopefully it's still working. Hopefully it looks good. Let's get rid of this. I got my brand thing here at the bottom. That doesn't look very good, I don't think. I'm still figuring all this stuff out that we're doing here. But I'm excited to be here with you guys. And it's Monday night, and it's a very special Monday night. It's a very exciting Monday night. Let's see here. So I want to get rid of this thing. If only PLD was here to help me. Where are you, Paul? Well, I don't know if I know how to get rid of that thing. So we'll try a couple of these things here. No, that doesn't seem like the one. Nope, that's the wrong one there. What are you going to do? We're just going to have to leave that little red rectangle there at the bottom left. But that's not what we're here to talk about, guys. We are here to talk about goal setting. We're here to talk about music. We're here to talk about Project Hummingbird. We're here to talk about a lot of things. And I'm just genuinely pretty excited to be here with you guys. It's a special Monday. There's a very special thing that happened in the last 24 hours that I would say is currently happening at the moment. And I'm going to get to that. So things that have happened over the course of the last week that are cool, that are interesting. The first one is that I did a makeup tutorial on Saturday with AJ Lancaster, another general in the Action Army. AJ and I, as our punishment for the general debate, we did this makeup tutorial. It was very silly. We caked on makeup. There was some, it was a good look. You in the chat, anybody who watched this can attest. We committed to the bit, and that was the thing we did. So over the course of the last week, a handful of things have happened, and I feel like I'm all over the place right now with so many things that I'm excited. I have things that I want to talk to you guys about. I got this special thing down to the bottom right here that I'm going to talk to you guys about. I got a haircut. You guys are talking about the haircut. This is like the old hair. This is like the old hairstyle I used to always do. But I have to say I just cut it, and it's like pretty long, and I know it's going to get too long. So I should have cut it more because I forgot how to ask about how to cut my hair. Cause it's been 7 months, 8 months, something like that, phrasing. So anyway, things that have been going on. So over the course of the last week, a lot of you guys knew and were starting to get the sense that I was going to be buying my dream guitar, the Gibson Hummingbird. So the Gibson Hummingbird is a very famous guitar. We have a picture, but so why is my streaming program looking different? Why is the camera different? Why is this like fucking thing in the bottom left that I haven't been able to get rid of? The reason is because I switched streaming programs. I switched back to a webcam, which is why the lighting looks kind of funny. And I look a little pale because it was too much of a pain in the ass to run the other program, and it just wasn't a good thing. So we moved back to this one. So I've been talking for the last week about getting a Gibson Hummingbird. It's a very famous guitar. It's a guitar that I think I probably have a picture that I can upload for you guys of the guitar to show you, or I could just maybe show you in person here in a second. But it's a very famous guitar. It's a guitar that the Rolling Stones wrote a lot of their music with in the 60s. It's a guitar that Tom York plays. It's one that the Beach Boys wrote a lot of stuff for Pet Sounds on. Sheryl Crow plays one. There's a countless number of musicians that have played the Gibson Hummingbird. It's a very famous guitar for a reason. And I have wanted one for some time now. I've been pretty obsessed with this guitar, and I've been looking at it and thinking about when I would someday get it. And so one of the things that we talked about, I will show in person quiz show. Let me have my moment. One of the things that I had talked about was that, when I do live streams on this channel, when I debut interviews, or when I was doing Song from the Scene, which you can bet your sweet ass that's coming back. I know I say that every week, but now I got to show this thing off. But one of the things that I always talk about when I'm doing that stuff is that anything that premieres here that has a Streamlabs or a super chat, any kind of a donation, whatever, I was putting all of that money towards the Hummingbird. That was kind of the deal, because we do a lot of Action Industries content. You guys are very generous there, and that's Drew and I. That's our livelihood. That's our business. So that's kind of part of the gig there. With Nerds and Suits, this was a purely, this whole entire endeavor, this enterprise was something new that I was trying to do that was different. And so I sort of said to you guys that I was going to put every dollar towards the guitar, and you guys raised a lot of money for the guitar. Now this guitar it's $5,500, that is more money than I've spent on anything in my life other than a car. I bought a car for like 17 grand, a 2010 Accord with 18,000 miles like 5 years ago. And other than that, it's more expensive than a piece of furniture, than any guitar, than a computer, than anything else I've ever owned or bought in my life. And you guys had raised almost $2,000 for this guitar. But I had this dream that I wanted to go do. And I've been talking to you guys about the plan, which is that I'm hitting the road on Wednesday. Kevin, don't worry. We're getting there. Where I got the money is a credit card. We're getting there. We're getting there. So I'm hitting the road Wednesday morning. I'm going to be driving to Seattle. It's a 3-day drive. It's a day and a half to 2 days if you do it straight shot, but I'm going to spend one night in San Francisco. And I'm going to get to Seattle. I'm going to surprise my mom. She doesn't know I'm coming. I do think that I think she's wise to it now, but I hope she's not. And she also doesn't watch any of the Nerds and Suits content because she's not a patron. And that's the only way she gets notifications. So I don't think she knows, but hopefully she's not watching. I'm planning on surprising my mom on either Friday or Saturday morning. I'm going to get a rapid 24-hour test when I get to Seattle before I see her so that I can hug her when I see her. And I'm going to spend 20 to 30 days. I'm going to start 2 to 3 weeks in Seattle. My dad's given me his place because he's in Switzerland right now. And I'm going to stay in his home by myself with this guitar. And my plan is to finish writing the album and to come back inspired with all kinds of incredible stuff. Things that are happening is I'm going to be scheduling a show. I know my initial thing was that once we got to 100 patrons here with Nerds and Suits, 100 patrons here on Nerds and Suits, I was going to do my first live show. We're just shy of 60. We've hovered right around 60 for a while, and that's an incredible number, and the support is unbelievable. I think to not play live for you guys, like in a proper concert, till I get to 100 feels, I don't know when we're going to get to 100 patrons on Nerds and Suits. I do have big ideas for what I want to do, but I also would rather play for you guys and play this guitar specifically for you guys. So I'm going to go to Seattle. I don't have to pay for the rest of this guitar for another month because that's when my credit card bill will be due. I am selling a ton of Magic cards to make up the difference. I'm liquidating the vast majority of my good cards to pay for the difference in the guitar. That is the plan right now. I've packaged up 250 cards and shipped them off. So it was another collectible asset that I was sitting on that I was able to turn into something. It was kind of why I could justify buying this guitar, because I really wanted to buy this guitar for this trip, right? That was the idea. And I do not have $3,000 in cash that I can spend on a guitar. Unfortunately, I just don't do that well. It's a lot of money to spend on a guitar. So I sold a shitload of Magic cards to pay for as much of the rest of it as I could. I'm still hoping to figure out a way to make sure that it's all paid for by the time that I get to this next month. So for anybody who's watching, who is interested in this idea, who wants to support the music thing, who hasn't already, and many of you guys already have, the generosity is off the charts. So like at this point, no pressure because I committed to this thing and I got to take care of it myself. But anybody that does want to support, there is still that the money is still going to paying for this thing. That is what we're doing. So I'm going to show it in just a minute. I wanted to read a couple Streamlabs and Super Chats because, you guys are great. And the support over the last week has been amazing. There's a number of Streamlabs and Super Chats that came in the time since I did the last show. And I need to read some of these out because they were extremely generous and just amazing. So starting at the end of last week's stream, Alex Q, who is a patron. Hey, Ben, sorry this chat is a little delayed, but I went solo camping for the first time this summer after a big life change and it opened my world. I totally support your exodus. That's amazing, Alex. Thank you so much. I can't fucking wait. I'm going to try to document as much of this trip as I can. Videos on phone. I think this is ridiculous, but I'm going to be using TikTok, like actually using TikTok, I think, to document the trip musically. I think I'm going to be trying to put little bits and pieces of stuff I'm writing and ideas and try to use it actually as like a creative avenue to show off some of the stuff I'm coming up with. So you guys, if you're not already following me on TikTok, there's some real embarrassing videos on there, but I would still recommend going to follow me. It is Ben Bateman Media because I'm going to be doing actual content on there. The next one here is from Adam Patasek, and I read this on the makeup stream, but it was $111.23. And it's Pitter Patter, Let's Get At Her. It was a really generous donation towards getting this sucker. And I just appreciate that so much, Adam. Tim Miller with $25 wanted to show some appreciation and contribution to you getting the guitar of your dreams. I really appreciate what you're doing with Nerds and Suits and love all the Action Industries content as well. Tim, thank you so much. Philip Gustafson, call sign Daywalker, Action Army General. Big time salute to you. Whose dream guitar this is. This is Philip's dream guitar. So I can't wait interact with you a little bit, Philip. And I know you're sleeping right now because you live on the other side of the world. But when you wake up, I hope you watch this, and I hope that you get some joy. Hopefully, I can create some stuff using this thing, and you love it. He says, dude, you're going to be living my dream buying this guitar. I'm equal parts hyped and jealous. Can't afford it myself, so just going to have to help you get yours instead. Also, this is your bonus for finally watching Once. I watched the movie Once, and it has some phenomenal songs in it. It was really good. I really, really liked it. I liked Sing Street more, but interestingly enough, there's a song in Once called Falling Slowly that everybody loves and talks about, and it's a great song, and I actually knew it already. I just didn't know it was from the movie Once. But there's a different song called Say It To Me Now that feels like this real screaming kind of almost like it has like an emo vibe to it. And it really spoke to me. And I've played that song a bunch of times now. It was actually the first song that I played with the Hummingbird. So John Lestrina, call sign hashtag ladies night. I feel like you're earning some Hummingbird money tonight, he says. This is in direct reference to the makeup tutorial, which also here, Claire, who's my girl, for that makeup tutorial, breathtaking. She donated $50 today. Jose Montalvo, my guy, call sign Desperado. You have my support. Let's see that guitar, he says, with the $100 Streamlab. Thank you so much. And I have two from call sign Quiz Show here for 30 and for 20. Sometimes you just need to pull the trigger and make that one big purchase. Here's to paying down the debt incurred by getting your dream guitar early. Thank you. And also, definitely vlog your trip, he says. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you to all of you guys for so much generosity. Really, really, really exciting, really special stuff. Just one more time, just my guy, Jose Montalvo. And I think, so yeah, the trip is coming soon. I can't wait. I can't wait for the trip. It's going to be amazing. I'm getting that feeling, that tingling in my fingers right over here to my right. I've got Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers Running Down a Dream, it's the 4-hour documentary about his career playing. I've been watching that. And yeah, so thank you so much, Nicole, on with Eric, Infinity patron here in the Nerd Network. Big time salute to you, and a big time tie straight to you, Nicole. Thank you so much, Eric. So I'm going to show off this thing. I'm going to show you guys the guitar because I've been talking about it for long enough, and I feel like that's what we gotta do tonight because it's just that special. It really is. So and another one here, we got one from Pat Bolfamonte, my guy, from one card gamer to another. The sacrifice is real. Enjoy the guitar. Thanks, Pat. Yeah, man, it's a lot of years of Magic cards. When I bought my Taylor years ago, I did the same thing. I liquidated what I had, and that got me about 1,500 back in 2014. This was a larger number of cards that I liquidated. And then Rockin' Movies with Tyler donated $2 through the super chat here. It looks like a microphone symbol. Is that what that is? I'm looking at it there. It's a bird. It's a bird. I love that. All right. Let's do it. Yeah. So what's great about this, and I actually feel like I want to reverse it because the case is really beautiful too. Okay. I'm going to angle this camera down. You guys can see what's going on. All right, here we go. It has like 17 locks on it, but I had already opened up a bunch of them. All right. So here's the pink case that it comes with. It's nice and here, get some of my face here. It's nice and beautiful, velvety. It smells wonderful. And here is the Hummingbird. Get this out of here so I don't knock anything around. All right, just 1 second. So there she is. It is a stunning guitar. I mean, it's Gibson, but it's like a proper Gibson. Yeah, it's you can see it doesn't have a cutaway up here, so it's much more classic. And it's just beautiful. It's just perfect. Oh, baby, gonna feel like heaven right now. All right, I'm going to move the camera back up a little bit. I think I'll play a little music for you guys. Oh, baby, gonna feel like heaven right now. All right, let's get rid of this thing here. This fucking Ben Bateman Media thing, what is this thing doing on here? What garbage? Just get rid of it, right? Theme? I don't want it at all. All right. So let's fuck around and play a little music here. Let's give a little respect to Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. How about that? She's a good girl, loves her mom, loves Jesus, America too. She's a good girl, crazy about Elvis, loves horses, and a boyfriend too. Yeah. It's a long day, living in Racine. There's a freeway through the yard, and I'm a bad boy. Guess I don't even miss. I'm a bad boy, breaking her heart, and I'm free. I'm free. Through the valley, they move west down Ventura Boulevard, and all the bad boys standing in the shadows, and the good girls home with broken hearts, and I'm free. I'm free falling. I'm free falling, and I'm free falling, now I'm free falling, and I'm free free falling. Pretty fucking sweet. You guys are great. Thank you all so much for listening. Thank you also for supporting. It's a happy night. It's a happy day. There's a lot going on. There's more donations that have come in here. Sally Mercedes, excited for you, Ben. Love seeing people on the path of their dreams. Hope you have a great trip, Sally. Thank you so much. I think I saw a couple others pop up over here I want to share as well. Looks like we got one that just came in from K Wolf here with the $5 super chat. My dude, Kyle Coppin, call sign the Gray. Love to see that, man. It's so beautiful. Congratulations, Ben. Salute, sir. Call sign 69. It's beautiful, Ben, with the 6.90 Streamlab. Alex Q, I'm excited for you. Chasing your dreams is inspiring here with the super chat. Thank you, Alex. Sally, I just read. And Scruffy Nerf Herder, $5 Streamlabs, helping pay for that beautiful guitar. She sounds fantastic. Thank you so much to all of you for supporting, for making the dream come true, for being excited for me. This is a good one. This is a big one. I can't believe I actually have it now. Yeah, still getting used to the sucker. I gotta keep it tuned. It goes in and out of tune a little bit because it's brand spanking new. This tends to be standard for new guitars. Let's just get this guy tuned up, and I'll play you guys one more, and then we'll talk about some other stuff because obviously I have other stuff I want to talk to you guys about. Yeah, so I just started learning Once. Some of the songs from Once, Cam. The one that I really like is the one that's like, scratching at the surface now. Na, 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 na. I don't know the words yet. Na, 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 na. I didn't have to know. Na, 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 na. Gotta say it now. This is what you've waited for. A chance to even up the score. Yeah, that shit is. I need to just learn it, but it's such a sad and powerful lyric. I feel like I got to do it. Yeah, it's incredible. I just love that it breaks into that. This is what you're waiting for. Chance to even up the score. Yeah, so I got to keep working on it. Yeah, it's a beautiful, incredible song. The one that everybody knows from that movie is the one that's like, I don't know you, but I want to come down. gets too high for me. But that song's pretty beautiful too. I gotta work on that one a little bit. There is something original I started working on. Like I maybe could play for you guys. Those of you that were in the studio diary this last week kind of heard me. There's some good stuff to it though. I'll play a little blurb of it. It's a new thing I'm working on. I don't really know how it's gonna turn out, but I like what it sounds like so far. So quiet, I can feel the tears form on my face. Reflections in the moonlight, sincere and pure, they fall into place. I've been having dreams of memories that we had, been convincing me I was never enough. But if it's true love we're all looking for, then we can be fairly sure that dreams only get you so far. Ooh, ooh. It's so quiet, I can hear the tears form on my face. Reflections in the moonlight, sincere and pure, they fall into place. I've been having dreams of memories that we had, been convincing me I was never enough. Been waiting my whole life for the feeling that we had, and baby, those days were never getting back in. And no, that's as far as I went so far. I'd like literally, I don't even know if that's going to be the chorus, but I liked it, that part. So it had some good stuff going for it, and I'll be working on it next. I just don't know where to take it, but so yeah, that's kind of a newer idea that I'm working on with the with the album. I definitely think that it's gonna yeah, I'm just excited about the record. Don't you look back now, the path is finally clear and covered. Don't you look back now, it's time to start again. Don't you look back now, listen, you can hear the music. If you look back now, history repeats. There'll be sunsets, there'll be heartbreaks. Savor these moments, the fruits of your labor's long past. The sunrise, there comes a new light. We're all dancing in the moonlight. So anyway, those are like some blurbs. You guys have heard that one. I just was playing a second ago a couple times. But yeah, I'm really excited. This next month's going to be amazing. I really think I'm going to write for all the great stuff that I'm really excited that I've gotten so far. I think that the stuff I'll write on this trip will be even better. So I can't wait to do it. I'm going to put the guitar down for a few minutes here because I want to talk to you guys about some other cool shit as well. But just one more time, a big thank you to each and every one of you. I'm going to talk into the mic and then I'm going to just move this out of the way and just show it off one more time. All of the love and appreciation in the world for you guys. It really does look and sound every bit as good as I thought it was going to. It's just, yeah, it's just a fucking gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous instrument. Very, very proud to have it, and I'm extremely grateful for all of the generosity from you guys to help me get it. We just got another one in from Dr. Megs. Love to your excitement playing. Safe travels. Big salute to you, Megs, Anna Tystrade, and Kelly W. with the $50 Streamlabs donation here. So excited you got the guitar since I already donated the guitar. This is to help reimburse you for the makeup tutorial. You were a trooper. Thanks, Kelly. I really appreciate it. You guys have really made, I mean, this is a dream I get to go live now. And I get to go chase this dream because you guys have supported it, which is a unique and an incredible place to be in my life, and one that I just am incredibly humbled to be in that position in my life that I can have this dream, and there are people that actually want to help me achieve it. So I just don't know what else to say other than I love being able to do this stuff, and I think that the album is going to be special. And so the thing I'm planning on doing, the first thing to talk about is, right, as I mentioned already, TikTok, I'll be sharing. I'll be sharing on Instagram too. So, but I do think TikTok's a pretty cool program and a pretty cool platform for music. So I'm going to definitely be trying to use that for the next month as I'm in Seattle and doing the whole thing. The next thing is that I will do a show when I get back, and I think I'm going to advertise the show as a special. That'll be like the big return home with music moment. I don't imagine I'll play that much of the new stuff in the show, though we never know. I don't think I'll do it publicly as a YouTube stream. I think I'll probably sell tickets for like $5 or something like that. Just because, again, I think I want there to be a level of like the people that want to see that will see that. And I don't think I want to put like not recorded yet songs that are half done on a YouTube stream for the most part. I know I show like bits and pieces to you guys, but that's like you guys, but I don't think I want to play like a full set of songs. And I think if I sell tickets and I do it like a little bit more behind where it is just for like fans that want to see it, then I think I would feel comfortable playing more of the new stuff. So probably that's what I'll do. I think it'll be like 12 songs. One of the cool things about this is right now there's a list of 4 covers that were suggested by Double Diamond patrons this last month. When I launched Nerds and Suits, one of the big things I had was that there was this whole music covers tier, and a lot of you guys submitted covers in that first month. It was an overwhelming number of covers. It was like 12 or 13. And so that's sort of, those covers that all were suggested will be songs that will get performed, right? I'm not going to do 12 of them in this show I'm talking about, but I will definitely do at least 3 or 4 of the requested covers, specifically the ones from this last month. So that's definitely a thing I'm planning on doing. That's one of the big, and I want to schedule it. Like I want to make sure I know the day and the time so that I can be talking about it and getting excited for it, preparing for it. Because I want to make it a real show, technically, I want to be plugged in. That's the funny thing is the Hummingbird will only be probably featured for part of it because it doesn't have an electric pickup. It's a pure acoustic guitar. So I can't plug it in, but it's okay. I love my Taylor as well. So I'll get to play both. I can play the quieter stuff in front of a mic with the Hummingbird. Louder stuff I can play plugged in with the Taylor, and I'll probably even use the Casino as well, the electric, the black guitar that I play as well. So that'll be a thing I do. I'll keep you guys updated on the details there. I think it'll be a really, really fun piece of kind of this next step in Nerds and Suits, and I'm feeling energized right now musically. So I really think, I think I'm going to come back and I'll have a lot to share with you guys, which I'm super hyped on. So then the next stuff that I want to talk about is, and this is just rewards and perks that I'm giving to you guys that are already patrons, because I know a lot of you guys that are watching currently already are. I introduced some of the stuff I talked about, totally shifting gears away from music for a second. The Schmodown stuff, which is basically like I am going to be doing my training starting this week. This is my system has already started. So I won't this week do a session probably because I'll be in Seattle and I'm driving and getting there. But starting next week will be the first weekly session. So what I decided to do is all platinum patrons in the Nerd Network, so that's the $15 level, can sit in on the sessions, right? And we'll have to figure out the give and take and the flow of, what people want to contribute, if people want to just hang out and kind of talk through stuff. But platinum patron is the level that I think I'm going to have that people can sit in. And I'm going to once a month go head to head with a patron in a match, in a proper 3-round. I'll get questions written and I'll go head to head, and it'll be randomly selected patrons at the diamond tier. So that's how I'm going to do it. Is platinum patrons and above can all hang out and be a part of it. But I think because I want to make it so that it doesn't feel completely impossible to get selected randomly. There's not that many diamond patrons. It'll be a randomly selected diamond patron. We'll go head to head. And if it's really fun and we feel like it's working really well, or there's like a lot of people that want to do it, then maybe we'll do twice a month on the head to head. But for right now, we're going to be doing a once a week study session and a once a month head to head. And that is one of the big new Patreon tier perks. So that's Patreon. Go check out patreon.com/nerdsandsuits if you haven't already. This week on A Great Conversation, I've got Kelsey Dara. She's a writer. She's an author. She's a comedian. She's great. She's really funny. She's been all over the place. She was at BuzzFeed for a long time. She had a show, I think, on Watchable. She's done a bunch of cool shit. So I think you guys will enjoy. Kelsey. K Wolf, Kyle Coppin here. Send me a private message. Anybody who's like if you're like a long time supporter of Action and of Nerds and Suits, and this is the Patreon stuff with the Schmodown and stuff that you really want to do, I totally understand. There's a million Streamlabs and super chats, and you guys are supporting the guitar, and you're supporting Action and me. So like, I don't want anybody who's like a super fan and is really passionate about what I'm doing to feel priced out ever on stuff. So if like you really want to be a part of it, not just you, Kyle, but anyone who's watching this and you feel that way, just send me a private message. If you're a patron at a lower tier, and you can get me there. I generally read every tweet. There's plenty of ways to get me. You can contact me here in the chat if you have thoughts. So just putting that out there. I would way rather connect with you guys and have an ability to interact with you than to ever have somebody feel like they want to be a part of something that they can't. There are obviously some certain things that, like, the general tier, for instance, in Action, that's like a very understood and built out thing. It's hard for us to do much about that at this point, but I have a lot more control with the Nerds and Suits stuff because it's all brand new. And we're kind of figuring it out as we go. So all that being said, that's the Patreon stuff. Get excited. For all platinum patrons and above, you guys can submit questions for my guests. So if anybody is interested, Kelsey and I dated briefly a few years ago, like more than a few years ago. We dated briefly in 2014, I believe, for like a month or two. And yeah, it was just a long time ago. And so it'll be funny to talk to her and to kind of hear what she's up to now. I see her stuff online all the time. She was somebody who definitely decided along the way to get sober. She's posted about that quite a bit, which is really, really cool. She's been open about that story. So I'm curious to talk to her about that. She looks like she wrote this book about panic attacks and anxiety that I think it did pretty well. So she should be a really fun person to talk to and somebody that I think you guys will enjoy. So if you haven't already checked it out, check it out. And if you have any questions you'd like to ask, post them in the Patreon. I put the post up this morning and I'm doing that interview tomorrow afternoon. So we should be getting that going. Other stuff that we have going on that I wanted to share with you guys. So one of the things that we talk about on a week-to-week basis here on Nerds and Suits is we do a lot of stuff with goal setting. As a lot of you guys know, the NIS endurance and me checking on you guys with the goals you're setting, it has become one of the sort of mainstay pieces of what we do here on the Nerd Network. And I check in with all you guys every week. And, whether it's Charlotte Gherkin to John Lestrina, Brandy Parker, Tim Miller, I'm just rambling off names here, but you guys are doing an amazing job and you're sticking with your goals. But I also know, because on a personal level, trying to recommit to the 30-day goal stuff as we were setting it up for the NIS endurance has been harder for me. That's been a hard thing for me to do. I've been bouncing in and out of it, with the non-drinking goal, kind of off the wagon on that a little, trying to recommit to that one. Delivery, priorities change, and you need that momentum. You need that momentum in front of you. So what I've decided that I want to do is that everybody who has done the goal setting and it's on the goal setting now, I'll continue to check on you guys. Personally, I'm going to shift my focus a little bit to the thing we started talking about last week. And that was the whole idea of, what do you want your 2021 to look like? That's where a lot of my energy is going right now, because I'm thinking so much. I'm thinking so much about the idea that we have less than 3 months till this year's over. We know what happens. It's going to get to December. Things are going to get crazy when Thanksgiving and Christmas hit. Everyone's going to be trying to figure out their way to travel. The elections happening between now and then. Like, the next few months feel like they're going to continue to be a little bit rocky. And I think it's going to be a little bit hard to have a lot of momentum for the rest of 2020. I think as much as we want this to be a great few months, I think it will be a struggle. Now, if you succeed in 2020, and if you've been succeeding in 2020, I'll clap for you. Congratulations, because it's been a hard year to be successful in. But What I think is that 2021 is going to be an amazing bounce back year for all of us. I think it's going to be an incredible opportunity to take any project you were working on, any resolution you had, any just reality you want to be living. And really, if you mean it and you believe in it, the energy will be in your favor so completely to plant your feet and work towards that. And that's what I'm focused on. So I mentioned last week that I sat down, I wrote a list. I wrote a list of goals. What do I want to be at the end of 2021? And I'm not going to read the whole list for you guys. But I will share some of them for you guys because I think it's, fair. There are some of these things on here that I wrote down. One of them that I wrote down is eliminate procrastination in my life. So what that means, and I know it's a lofty goal to write down, but it's the whole idea of when you think about something you're supposed to do or you don't want to do, making yourself even just making yourself realize that just by the act of thinking about it, you now have an opportunity to do it. Right? Unless there's a reason you physically can't, or like if you start on this project that's going to take you forever, you're going to, not pick your kids up from work or get fired from your job or something, or from school or get fired from your job, then you can't do it. But most of the time it's like, do the dishes before you eat your dinner or do them immediately when you're done eating. Or it's like, stretch for 5 minutes in the morning. It's a lot of those 30-day goal setting things we talked about. That's so much of what procrastination is. So what I'm focused on by the end of next year, coming up with ways to eliminate those habits, to pay attention to them, to notice them. Great dental hygiene, right? I have a fucking root canal. I'm getting a crown on my tooth tomorrow. And it's, my teeth are definitely something that I've noticed as I've gotten into my 30s have kind of been a little, like they're a little chipped and like I drink a lot of coffee and I had to get this gigantic root canal because I didn't take that great care of them. And I don't want to wake up when I'm 40 and have to get a bunch of fake teeth. I would like to learn how to take care of my body. So again, I have a savings goal, right? I have a savings goal. I never saved a single dollar in my life until this year, until 6 months ago. That was the first time I ever actually learned how to save anything. And it was very small. But I started doing a weekly thing, right? And I noticed that it was like, okay, I'm able to do this. As long as I do it this way, I'm able to do this. So I want to stick to doing this. I really want to do this. So I wrote down a bunch of these goals and some of them are stuff like that. There's a fitness goal in here. There's some entertainment stuff, right? Schmodown stuff. But the point is I wrote all this stuff down and I look at it every day right now. Every single day I reread this list. And every day when I reread the list, it gets the wheels turning a little bit and it gets me thinking about, okay, well, if I want to do this, I would have to do this many things a week, this many times a month, right? Like, and I'm not saying I'm doing it every time because again, I'm trying to really make it about 2021 at the end of the year. I want to accomplish these things, but every single day looking at it and every single day thinking about it. And I think it's going to help accomplish it. So what I want to do for you guys, and this could be something that you guys are not comfortable with, which is totally fine because I am still 100% any patron at any level. If you're interested in doing the 30-day goal setting thing, because that's like the starter version of what we're talking about, I will check on you every week. And most of you in the chat, or a lot of you in the chat, can attest that you got a message from me earlier this afternoon, like you do every Monday, if you're still interested in having me check on you. And that is the thing I do. Because I do believe in it and I do care about it. And it's one of the only things that I am able to do in my life on a week-to-week basis that I do actually feel like is putting energy into helping other people. Because I'm a pretty career focused, I don't want to say a narcissist because I think I am, but I think if you're a narcissist, you're unaware of the fact that you are. And I think I'm pretty narcissistic, but anyway, all that aside, that can be a separate conversation. What I want to say is that if you guys are, sorry, I'm getting distracted by the chat here. If you guys are interested, and I know some of you, because some of you reached out to me that you were interested in setting those goals and making that list, just like I talked about, I would like to suggest, and I have to figure out the level of patronage, because again, this is another one of those things where I want anyone who's interested in this to be able to do it, but I also want to make sure that this is a perk for the people who are the most involved with the Patreon. So I'll have to figure out the level. But I would like to suggest effectively like a focus group where we could get together once a month. And again, this is if you guys are comfortable with it. We could actually talk through our goals, our larger goals, not the small ones, right? Not like this week I wanted to not eat after 10 p.m. or this week I was going to call my family and I didn't, because that's stuff you can take accountability for, and you can have, there's guilt or there's shame when you set a goal and you don't stick to it, but that's different than what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the greater sort of idea of let's just use weight loss, right? Because I'm heavier than I want to be right now. I'd like to, by the end of next year, definitely be way down from where I am now. I know a lot of people have a similar one. And if it's November of 2020 and your goal is by the end of 2021 to lose, let's just say 50 pounds, right? And it's a big number. I think a lot of people who would want to do this don't have 50 pounds to lose. Some people do. I'm using it as an arbitrary number, but let's say it is a significant number where you know that it still takes some commitment, right? Doing that takes work. And let's just pretend that once a month we get into our group and we're kind of talking through, okay, the big focus for me is like, I knew that I had to create this caloric deficit or I needed to work out this many times. And you can kind of honestly talk, because I believe that this group, especially the Nerds in Suits, the diamond tier that's in the Facebook chat, I've seen the conversations you guys have with each other, the kind of support you guys offer to each other. I know you care about each other. And there's a real sense of honesty to be in that group that I think is pretty beautiful. And I can imagine somebody, because I would do it, bringing up a goal and saying, this is what I want, but I've really been struggling. I've been, every night I've been doing this, or I can't stop myself from doing this. And it's really keeping me down from where I want to be. And it's like being honest about that and having the courage and honesty to share that stuff where people can kind of give you feedback. Maybe they can relate their experience to you and they can encourage you and they can help you. This is a little bit of an experimental idea that I'd run on the Patreon, but I think it would be a cool way to kind of build on the stuff we've already done with goal setting and create a little bit of a support group for people that are specifically in this community. Bruce Bain says no Streamlab option. There is a Streamlab here available. It's streamlabs.com/nerdsandsuits. People tonight have been unbelievably generous donating towards this guitar fund. And if you're Bruce Bain, if you're interested in donating there for that purpose, that's an incredible, awesome goal. If it's Patreon that you're talking about, this kind of goal setting tier, and maybe I know some people have a hard time with Patreon. I know Patreon doesn't work for some people. Like the country they live in doesn't allow that. Send me a message and let me know, and we can figure out a way to make it work. If that's how you'd want to do it. So, but yeah, I mean, you guys let me know. I think that this is something. Some of you are watching this live. Some of you are going to watch it later. The way I imagine this is maybe it's a 1 hour session. We do it once a month. We find a time. I can't imagine there would be a ton of people. I think I'd make it, a higher Patreon tier, at least the platinum level, maybe diamond. But I don't think that there are that many people that would want to get in and do this kind of support group thing. But if there were, let's just say it was 6 to 10 people, we'd get in once a month and we could kind of talk through our stuff a little bit. So you guys tell me, what you want to do with that. I would say send me a message on Patreon. Let me know if that sounds interesting to you. You can in the chat right now if you want to share that it sounds interesting. It's a total experimental idea that I just am noticing that self-help, support, goal-setting, positivity stuff we do on this channel seems to be some of the stuff that's like the glue that's holding the Nerds and Suits energy together. Because the traditional Patreon stuff and traditional content, it's hard to keep up with. I've struggled to keep up with Song from the Scene, and even booking my guests consistently and editing my episodes of Great Conversations has been hard. So I like the ability to channel some of this and be on this level with you guys. So Nicole Graphic here, Infinity patron in the Nerd Network, Big Time Tie Straight. And thank you so much. Was struggle since I was 15 when I started. I set that as a goal. Ben started the goal setting a few months ago, so we'll be on my next goal soon. Really, Nicole? That's amazing. I'm really happy that you've been goal setting. I didn't know that. I'm really proud of you for doing that. That's incredible. And thank you so much for all your support and doing what you've been doing, helping me get this album made and helping me kind of move into the next phase of this creative part of my career. Yeah, that's really, really, really special. So thank you, Ben, for getting me on the right track start and for everyone else's support in order to complete that goal. So thank you all so much. Nicole, that's fucking awesome. That's great. That makes me really happy to hear. I think I just got a notification. I want to make sure I didn't miss something in here. Call sign hashtag ladies night. Guitar is sweet. Always looks great in person. Treat her well. Earn her. Thanks, John. I plan to, man. Plan to. So that's Eric Lane. I sent my Streamlabs to the wrong channel. I had a tab next to the Nerds and Suits Streamlab for SEN Streamlabs. I'm dumb. It went to SEN Streamlabs? Oh, man. Those guys? Those guys? Sorry. Eric, thank you so much for the intention to support. I appreciate it, man. It will not be forgotten. It will be noted and appreciated that you supported, man. yeah, so I guess that's like the main stuff I wanted to talk to you guys about this week. We got to do a little bit of performance with the guitar. We got to talk about that experience. I'm really excited to go to Seattle and go do the thing. We talked about our guest, goal setting, the Patreon tiers, Schmodown. Yeah, which on the Schmodown note, I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm locked in. My new system, my bulletproof system I've been talking about has already started. And those of you that are going to join at that tier and do the Patreon training with me, week after this, you guys will know about it. I'll be telling you guys a little bit about what I'm doing. We'll be figuring it out together. So one thing I do love with the Nerds and Suits content is that you guys leave a comment when these videos are over. You leave a comment at the bottom. You let me know something appealed to you, something didn't. That means a lot. It actually makes the videos perform better. And if you don't mind when this video is over, leaving a comment, that'd be great. So if you haven't already checked out patreon.com/nerdsandsuits, go check it out. There's a ton of cool tiers there. It's one of the best possible things you can be doing to support the content I'm making here on Nerds and Suits. And otherwise, hit subscribe if you haven't already on the channel. I imagine a lot of you guys have. If you haven't hit subscribe, please do. Hit that thumbs up button. That's one I didn't say. Haven't even mentioned it once this entire video. My boy Haskell here. Congrats, Ben. On getting your dream guitar and safest to travel on your trip. Kelly W. I almost spoiled the surprise on Action Unfiltered. Forgot your mom watches that show. Yeah, I mean, I think truth be told, my mom's probably aware of the fact that I'm coming, but she knows that if she spoiled the fact that the surprise had been broken, it's less likely I'd come. So I think she's just keeping quiet about it. That's what I think. I'll find out when I see her. I'll see how surprised she actually is. And she's not a very good actress. I don't think she's gonna be able to hold off. So anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up at 7:00. I've got a Magic stream tonight. I'm doing over on the Cast. It's live Magic card playing, which is always a lot of fun. And I'll be doing that for 7:30 to about 9. So you guys are awesome. Roos Bain says, "Yo, Ben, no Streamlabs. Congrats on the guitar." There is a Streamlabs option, actually, man. It's streamlabs.com/nerdsandsuits. So thank you so much for that support and the congratulations. It's definitely something I'm really, really proud of and really happy about. And if you do want to support a Streamlabs, Roos Bain, it's 7:01, but I'll stick on here for another, let's say, oh, here we go. Wait, it says, "Yo, Ben, no Streamlabs. Congrats on the guitar." Oh, that's the super chat that just came in. So yeah, dude, if you're interested in Streamlabs, and before we get out of here, I'll wait just a minute in case you feel like doing it. And it's not on Twitch. It's actually Level 2 Trading. It's not on my Twitch. Sorry. It's on twitch.tv/Kess Wiley, KESSWYLE. We do it every single Monday. So I'll be on there. We're playing Commander. Should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. So that's the deal. That's the story. Get excited about all the various content pieces that are coming up, and Nerds and Suits and Action Unfiltered, Schmodown. It's a lot of content. You guys kick ass. Thank you so much for supporting what I'm doing. The gratitude from me to you is not, I think it probably doesn't translate through the screen as well as it should or could, because I don't think I can put into words what it feels like to have a dream, to have something you want, to have something you want to create or accomplish, and have a group of people that every single week you can show up for, and they'll show up for you. You guys support what I want to do, and that's unbelievable. So thank you so much for that. And if Roos Bain, if you do send in a Streamlabs and I miss you this time, man, I'll definitely shout you out on the next show. You guys I'm sure you're going to get extra special, additional, all kinds of content this next month. So big salute, big tie straighten, big congratulations to all of my patrons doing their great job, getting their seat on the NIS Endurance. Everybody's sticking with their goals. I'm proud of you guys. And thank you for everything. I will see you guys all very soon. Bye.